Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Brewington and welcome to The Actor's Choice, brought to you by Photography is an Art. Harvey Brandman, master photographer, located at 1307 North San Fernando Boulevard in Burbank, California. And attorney Ron Irwin's 5150, The Book. And author Larry Buford's book to the future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. And State Farm agent Carla Green, who says, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Roll it. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest in action. For over 10 years, he was best known for his role as the nice guy bartender, Isaac Washington. And that's on 5 different series: The Love Boat, Charlie's Angels, Martin, Weird Science, and Love Boat, The Next Wave.
That's it.
You do get around, sir. Now, he still continues to act, having gained over 75 IMDb acting credits, along with being a producer, a director, and, of course, a playwright. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only Ted Lange.
Good to see you, Ron.
Good to be seen, not viewed, my brother.
All right, there you go.
You know, we've had the author's choice, actor's choice, rather. You've been here more than any other actor, and we really, really appreciate it. Every time I call you for no matter what it is, there you go, here you come, and I'm very happy that, sir.
Thank you.
I've been reading about you. I read a lot. You know,
I'm glad you do.
I'm a professor. I like to read. I like to read. And I saw something about you taking the role of Midge Carter in an award-winning play called I'm Not Rappaport.
Yes.
So please tell us, what was the play held at, and how did you get into it?
Well, we did it in Syracuse, New York, at a theater called the Red House Theater. And my friend who played Gopher, Fred Grandy, we're both older now. So he did a play a year before with his daughter called On Golden Pond, which was Jane Fonda and Henry Fonda. So he did it with his daughter there in Syracuse, and then he pitched the idea of he and I reuniting to do I'm Not Rappaport, and they thought it was a good idea, so we did it.
So this was a reunion for you guys.
It was a reunion. You know what? He left and went to Congress, and I thought that was the end of our professional relationship. And it's been 34 years since we've acted together, and we did this play. We've never acted on stage. We've acted in film and in front of cameras and stuff, but never on stage. And so I was concerned that, you know, do we still have the chemistry that we have? And we got out there, Ron, and we had a ball. Wow. We had a ball.
We got some pictures we'll show you in just a few moments of you and Fred getting it on. Y'all just having a great, great time.
Yeah, well, you know what? I told people it's like Laurel and Hardy or Abbott and Costello or some team getting back together again after they've been apart. So you wonder, do you still have the rapport and the chemistry? Turns out we did. And so a lot of the jokes that we did is, and this is a treat, is when it's not on the page, but you and your partner find other ways of getting the humor out of the situation, and that's what Fred and I did. So we had a good time.
Now the line is, the synopsis is that 2 elderly men, there's something about them. Remember the Odd Couple?
Yeah.
This is another Odd Couple.
Yeah, they're sitting in the park, and
Central Park, right?
Yeah, Central Park, New York, and there's a Jewish guy and a black guy, and the black guy don't have time for the Jewish guy because the Jewish guy is always lying. And so he says to him, you know, just don't talk to me and we'll be fine. And of course, the guy's always talking to him. And so it's that conflict between the two of them. And it's very, very funny. Some very funny stuff, yeah.
So it made it very special for you guys.
It made it really a great reunion after all of these years. And we did it in a place that the play hasn't been around for a while, but nobody's done the play.
Right.
And so it was great for us because we got a chance to bring this play back to the consciousness of the city there and across the country. So we're looking to maybe do it again somewhere else. And so that's what we're working on now. Yeah, we want to maybe tour with it.
Wow.
Because it turned out really well. We got, the reviews were like my mom wrote the review, I mean, just a rave, all the way across. So
They told it like it was. You guys are something else. Something else.
It was good.
Now, I understand through all this time, I'm not Rappaport played. It was always on a stage. But in 1996, they made a movie out of it. Please tell us about that.
Well, that was with Ossie Davis, and it was with Walter Matthau. That's right. Now, what most people don't know was the original actor was not Ossie. Whoever it was, and I don't know who, I can't find out who.
Cleavon Little.
No, Cleavon did the stage.
Okay.
He didn't do the movie. He wasn't up for the movie because it was Cleavon and Judd Hirsch.
Okay.
They did the stage.
They did the
but
stage.
they had like a movie actor, and it was somebody famous. But the guy couldn't remember the lines.
Even cue cards couldn't help it?
Well, they didn't wait for the cue card, so they brought in Ossie, and Ossie had also done it on the stage.
Wow.
So Ossie replaced Cleavon.
Yeah.
Now here's the odd thing is that I went and saw Cleavon do the part.
Okay.
And Cleavon was trying to get me into it. He wanted me to take his place. Wow. But I was a television guy, and New York, they kind of frowned at that.
Yeah.
So they got Ossie to do it because Ossie was New York, he was local.
Right.
But when you read the play, it's about a little guy, and Ossie's like 6'1". So, I mean, come on. But they didn't want a TV guy, so they said, no, we don't care. We're going to get Ossie. Right. But I got revenge because I'm doing it now. So there you go.
Well, no, you're 6'2", right?
Yeah, right. I try 5'7". Whoa.
Never thought. Speaking of Ossie Davis and, of course, his wife, Ruby Dee, now gone, both of them, we're working diligently to see what we can do to get them a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
That would be great.
Long overdue.
Long overdue. Long overdue. They're royalty. They're theater royalty.
God.
Really, and that should happen. Yes. Yeah, that should happen because they're wonderful people.
Wonderful.
I got to meet them and talk to them, and they very encouraging. Do you know what I mean? And just a class act.
Class act. I remember one time, as you know, I used to be a reporter, and we were doing an interview with him, and he said, I said, Mr. Davis, can we come? Where would you like to sit? Oh, wherever you want to sit. I said, I'm talking to Ossie Davis. Mr. Davis, if you want to sit someplace, you tell me. I mean, he's just that kind of...
He was a humble guy.
Very humble guy.
Very humble and talented.
Oh, God, what'd you say?
Yeah. Pearly Victorious, remember that?
Yeah.
He wrote that.
Yeah.
He wrote that in the musical Pearly, which Cleavon started.
Right, which Cleavon started.
Yeah, and that changed Cleavon's life. As a matter of fact, here's a little aside.
Yes.
Cleavon got a gig after Pearly starring in a sitcom called Temperatures Rising.
Okay.
And they called me, and I had written a play in New York, and they called me in to be one of the writers for Temperatures Rising because they wanted to get some black writers. They didn't have any black writers.
Right.
And they had an executive producer named Bill Asher. Bill Asher did Bewitched and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so they told me, I was in New York, they told me, they said, if you were in L.A., we would introduce you to Bill Asher and, maybe get you a job as a staff writer. So I didn't know they weren't telling me the truth. I believed them.
Okay.
So I went in, I quit the Broadway show I was on, got on the airplane, flew to L.A., called them and said, okay, I'm here in L.A., let's set up a meeting to meet Bill Asher. And they said, okay, we'll let us get right back to you. A week went by, and I finally called them, and that's where I learned the term out to lunch. Every time I called, this lady was out to lunch. I call at 9 a.m. She's out to lunch. I call at 4 p.m. out to lunch. So that's when I realized that they were just, jiving with this. Anyway, but I told Cleavon that, so I said that's what brought me back to L.A.
Wow.
Yeah. Cleavon was a great guy too, by the way.
Let's take a look at that movie where we had Ossie Davis and Walter Matthau.
Okay.
The triumph of the proletariat awakens democracy. The ideas are still fine and beautiful. The ideas go on. The conflict goes on like the turning of the stars.
The proper response to these outrages is to be outraged.
The proper response to the outrages is still to be outraged.
The battle is over, comrades. You fight old wars.
Yeah, what?
United Consumers Protection Agency.
What the hell is this?
$9.50 for these lamb chops now, is that correct?
Now, that is neither correct nor just.
I thought so.
Concerned about this chicken.
Harry?
Midge, we got some real problems about you remaining with the building staff. You see, the problem is...
The problem is you giving me bad guy news, trying to look like a good guy doing it.
I've decided to handle this Danforth matter for you. Ben Reisman, Rothman, Rifkin, and Grady.
We ain't never getting away with this.
Truth is, I always did want to be a lawyer. The name Danforth will become an adjective, sir, for the persecution of the old and disabled, the black and the blind.
Now, wait a minute.
Danforth, fire him! It's your one shot at immortality.
You're on the
Excellent.
Yeah, that was fun. And what's interesting is that all of that dialogue and stuff takes place on a park bench.
Wow.
But he's opened it up so that he put it in different places for you. That's very good.
Ted, that hat that you're wearing, where'd you get that from?
Hey, man, this was my Midge Carter hat that I
Show
wore.
that video, the slide up in place.
Yeah, so there you go, see? Yes, indeed. Anyway, so to me, I had some Stacey Adams shoes. You know the Stacey Adams?
Yeah,
high tops.
High
top Stacey Adams shoes and
Clean.
this hat.
Come on, baby, that hat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That was part of my deal.
Yes, indeed.
Right there. So it was a lot of fun.
Okay, look at the picture. Look at the picture right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, looking clean. Look at y'all.
See that gray hair? There you go.
Marvelous.
Yeah.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Got to move on. You're currently involved in putting on a stage reading called The Tears of Shylock?
Yes.
Tell us about that, please, sir.
Okay, this is in reference to the president that we now have to live through and his point of view on immigrants.
Yes.
And so I wanted to write a play, and I started to write a play about Mexicans and, Latin Americans at the border, and I decided that people I don't think would really listen to it because it's so divisive.
Yes.
So instead, I wanted to write about the first immigrants.
Okay.
So this play takes place in 1575, and it deals with Jewish people that are living in Venice, Italy, in 1575. Slavery didn't start till 1616 or 1619, something like that. So I went even further back, and I decided to give you the point of view of an immigrant from his viewpoint, his view stance. Instead of dealing as a Christian, which Merchant of Venice is, this play takes Merchant of Venice and you look at it from a Jewish perspective. And what you find is that the stuff they're doing right now is the same game they played back in 1575.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. And you want to tell people that are against immigrants, relax on this. Just relax, because it's not what they're saying it is. They've been running this game at the same time, and they have vilified Jewish people with certain stereotypes over the years, just like they vilified black folks with certain stereotypes over the years. And what I hope my play does is to point up this to the general public, that this game is an old game and we can't fall victim to what the propaganda that they're spewing in this area.
Okay. Now you've been doing some practicing. Who are some of the people that's in the play?
Oh, I got some wonderful people. I got Bruce Survey, who's playing Shylock, and then I got Thomas Anthony Jones, and I have Shylock meet Othello.
Othello, yes.
So Thomas Anthony Jones is Othello. Then I got Eric Kilpatrick, Lincoln, Michael Proctor, Angela Kay, Thomas, Stephen Spiegels, Sophia Wackerman, and I have a wonderful guy doing the narration.
Who that be?
That'd be you, brother. That'd be you.
Thank you.
Ron Brewington.
Always a pleasure working with this.
Yeah.
Always.
So
always.
I think it's a wonderful evening of theater. I think people will get a lot out of it.
Date, place, and time of the event, sir.
It is going to be April 9th, Tuesday at 8 p.m. at the Matrix Theater.
Okay.
And first come, first serve. It's open to the public. It's free. You don't have to worry about paying anything.
Free?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It's
One of
free.
my favorite four-letter words.
Yeah,
Yes,
there you
yes.
go.
Okay, all right. You're a very busy guy. I mean, the other day I was talking to a friend of mine over at BHERC. You ever heard of BHERC? Mm-hmm. That's Black Hollywood Education and Resource Center. Mm-hmm. And he's told me, he said, you know, that Ted Lange guy, he said he's got a new film coming out called The Lockdown Club.
Yeah, man, that's something.
Yes.
Well, it's addressing the issue of how these people go into schools and start shooting up the schools. And I played a teacher, and we have to lock down the classroom.
Yes.
And it's all of the things that bubble up between the students about the situation that they're in. And it's a strong, strong film. And I'm very pleased that the lady Valerie, who is the director and producer, asked me to be a part of it, because it's an issue I think needs to be addressed. Okay. Because, I mean, you saw what happened recently in, is it Fiji, where they, and that leader got on and...
Oh, you mean New Zealand?
New Zealand.
Right, New Zealand. Mm-hmm.
Got on and got rid of all the assault weapons, just like
6
that.
Days. Didn't do like we do in America.
No, well, because the NRA buys the politicians. Right. And these guys got to come up with a new lie on why they won't do it while they're taking the money. Right. So they're killing their own. Right. You know, they're killing our children, their children, for money. You know, it's just absurd. And so you've got the different lobbies that are behind the NRA, and then of course the weapons lobby, the gun owners, the gun manufacturers that buy Republican or Democratic politicians to keep things status quo so they can sell those weapons. Yes. It's abysmal. Okay. It's abysmal.
Now, when are we going to see this play, this movie?
The movie is floating around right now. As a matter of fact, we're doing film festivals around the country. Great. Yeah, so you can check wherever there's, in particular, a black film festival. Okay. That movie will probably be there.
Okay. My information tells me the Raleigh Studios on April 27th.
Oh, look at you, Ron.
I have to be ready.
Go, brother.
I've been trained by guys like you. Man. You taught me how to do it.
That's wonderful.
We call it the 7 Ps. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
There you go. I love it. I love it.
Can't help it. But again, and the people who put on BHERC, it's Sandra Evers Manley.
Yes.
And Mr. Forbes.
Yes.
Those people and a lot of folks that work along with them, Billy and a whole lot of other folks, every year they're always having some kind of a festival to get young people, to inspire them to get out there. We'll have him on the show here probably about a week or so talking about the upcoming. And of course, we'll talk about you again.
Well, thank you,
Like
sir.
I said, you get out, you know, someone might say, well, he's an old man.
He is an old man, but
he's still working. He's still
but shucks,
working.
he ain't dead.
He ain't dead. Yeah, no, that's
No.
He ain't dead. Shoot.
No.
Now, a lot of things have happened for you in the last year. As you know, last year you got an award at the NAACP Theater Awards.
Yes.
Tell us about that, please.
That was, I wrote a prequel to Othello, and as a matter of fact, Thomas Anthony Jones, who's playing Othello in this play, played Othello in that production, and it was a play, because it was Shakespearean in nature, I wrote it in verse.
Gotcha.
Which is the same thing I've done with The Tears of Shylock. I've written it in verse. Because the first thing a white guy, you tell a guy that, well, I'm writing about Shylock, and they go, is it in verse? And I go, yes, it is. But and along that lines, I'm doing 12th night in North Carolina, the North Carolina Black Theater Festival, and the basis of that play takes place on an island called Illyria, okay, and that which is a European island, okay. But when I agreed to do the play, I said, here's my concept. Instead of Illyria being an all-white situation, I want it to be Jamaica. Okay. And there's a lot of songs in it. So I tossed the Shakespearean songs out and put in Bob Marley songs.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, man. So that's, as a matter of fact, I call it 12th Night. The actual title is 12th Night or What You Will. Okay. But I'm calling it 12th Night or What You Will, man. So that should be fun, and I'm going to do that for this coming summer in July, August in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. As you know, there's a Black Theater Festival there every other year, and I've been going for the last 20 years with some kind of a project.
Like I tell you folks, this guy does not let any grass grow under his feet. He really doesn't. And also last year, you got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, didn't you?
Star on the Walk of Fame, baby.
Look at that right. Look at that picture right there.
Oh yeah, there we are. Yeah, yeah, and that's the star right there at our feet.
It's a very unique star because the way it's set up, the way that you have 4 corners over there, that's a unique star. They really did a great job for you guys.
And they put all of our names on it.
Yes, they put all your names on it.
So that was really kind of fun.
Which one is you, sir?
The guy, see that guy in the red jacket? Somebody's got to pop out of that picture, and that red jacket makes me pop. So yeah, that was what the deal was there. But what was great is it was a reunion of us, the actors, as well as in conjunction with Princess Cruise Line. But that's where Fred said to me, hey, I think I got a possibility of us doing Rappaport, you know, and I said, yeah. He said, you're on board? I said, who's going to be the other guy?
Right.
He said, me. I said, I have to think about it.
You and Stu Bing and all the other members of Love Boat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gavin McLeod.
We grew up with that. Yeah. He's a good friend of yours and mentor.
Yeah, sure. He's come to see my plays. Tweez, I appeared in Taming of the Shrew with Tweez. Bernie Coppell, who played the doctor, he's been in my plays. And now Fred and I got together. So we've kept the friendship going beyond the realm of the show because we all love each other. Okay. And that's very unusual.
Okay. Tony, can you bring back up that the Tears of Shylock, please? You got it. One more time. Can you tell us about who, what, when, and where?
Okay. It's at the Matrix Theater, April 9th at 8 p.m. April 9th is a Tuesday. And it's called The Tears of Shylock with a wonderful cast. I promise you an entertaining evening of theater.
And how much does it cost to get in?
Free.
Can you say that?
I'll say it one more time. Free, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've been working on it. I tell you, it's really, the script is marvelous. You'll laugh, you'll get emotional with it. I really enjoy it. Thank you so much.
We had a lot of different areas there. So, yeah.
And the ending,
Yeah. So, and there'll probably be a Q&A because people will want to ask questions about some of what we've put out there in this play. So I'm looking forward to that. Free, and you get to talk.
Thank you.
At the end, yeah.
Tell us, is this a good time to be in the industry?
Well, there's never a good time, but you got to go with yourself. Yeah. You know, to me, when I got in, it was very, very limited, and it has since opened up, and that's a good thing. Okay. But it still hasn't opened up as much as it should, but it's starting to, you know, you got things like Black Panther, you've got all kinds of different, you got Jordan Peele, you know what I'm saying? Yes. There are things that are happening. That wasn't there when I started, but you can't listen to that.
No.
You have to go for it.
Right.
You have to be true to yourself. And I never thought that I would be able to have the kind of career where I'd make the kind of money that I was able to make and sustain myself for as long as I sustained myself. But I kept growing. Things kept growing. So I started out just to be an actor, turned into a director, and then from that turned into a playwright. So you got to be true to yourself in your art. Indeed. And don't worry about what everybody else says. Well, it's a good time, it's not a good time. It doesn't matter. You have to go for it.
Ted Lange, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as a black guy. I mean, I don't know.
You know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know. Yeah. But just as a guy that followed his dreams, you know, and I know that Love Boat will be in the obit, but I hope that they add, you know, he was a playwright and he was a director. And then if you go on Amazon and you see one of my plays, you might check it out.
Indeed. Yeah. You know I'm going to ask you for your right hand. You know I'm going to ask you for your right hand. May I have your right hand, please? Thank you. You know you.
Oh, he did it again. Ron, this has been going on for years. Ron and I. Yes, thank you very much, Ron. Thank you.
Ted. Thank you for coming.
Okay.
God bless you, brother.
Thank you.
God bless you. Got to take a break now. This is the Actor's Choice. I'm your host, Ron Brewington. The studio of Harvey Brandman, photographer, as an art, is proud to offer you a $100 discount off any photo package valued at $300 or more. Now, Harvey's been in the business for nearly a quarter of a century, and he certainly knows how to take care of his customers. So please give him a call today, 818-954-9294. That's 818-954-9294. You'll be glad you did. And by the way, please tell Harvey that you heard about his offer right here on The Actor's Choice. 5150, the book. It's the release from author and attorney Ron Irwin. Now, as a young Marine, Irwin spent 13 months in Chu Lai, Republic of Vietnam. His experience, where nearly 3 million Americans went to war, was, as he puts it, 5150. The book is currently available in paperback at lulu.com. That's lulu.com, and Irwin says he'll give 20% of net book sales split evenly between the veterans of foreign wars and Vietnam veterans of America. Book to the Future, The Travel Message in a Capsule. It's a new book by author Larry Buford, It's a historical and faith-based account of how what we do and follow today will affect us tomorrow. The author also calls it an adventure for those who want to travel back through time. The book is now available in paperback for only $17.95 from Amazon, so please get your copy today. And now, a word from State Farm agent Carla Green. Roll it.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because the State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Let me help you with that. Give me a call. State Farm agent Carla Green, 213-239-9675. I look forward to speaking with you.
Thanks, Colin. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. For more information, 213-239-9675. That's 213-239-9675. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about this for the last month or so. Tomorrow, Tuesday, April 2nd, it'll be renowned singer Marvin Gaye will finally get a U.S. Postage Service stamp. Now join us at 11 a.m. tomorrow at the Greek Theater, 2700 North Vermont Avenue, here in Los Angeles, 90027. The event and parking is free. Get there early. I recommend you get there early because when you say free, everybody runs there. They can get 6,000 people in that venue, but we want to make sure you get there. That's Tuesday, April 2nd. He would have been 80 years old tomorrow, okay? It'll be at the Greek Theater where he gets that stamp, and I'll see you there. I'll be there myself. Tonight, the Friends of the Vision Theater, in partnership with the Vision Theater Consortium, proudly presents a stage reading of Front Porch Society, starring Starletta Dubois, Margaret Avery, Darrell Allen Reed, Pat Belcher, Emily Yancey, and Rosie Hooks. The reading starts tonight, 7 o'clock, at the Barbara Morrison Performing Arts Center, 4305 Degnan Boulevard, number 101, here in Los Angeles, 90008. For more information, call 232-290-2386. That's 323-290-2386. Tonight, 7 o'clock. Oh, yeah, directed by veteran actor Bill Cobbs. And, of course, last but not least, we can do some commercials for you like you see here on television. It doesn't cost but so much to do it. We like to have fun, and you're doing it. Just give me a call, 323-533-1036. That's 323-533-1036. Roll it.
I wanted to know if you could speak to Pastor on behalf of the girls about Mabel's situation. Oh, come on, he might listen to you. He's so mean sometimes. I think it's a lovely idea. You should ask him to make it one of his new projects. I mean, he's handsome, he's young, might be interested in something new.
A real man, which obviously you are not, takes care of his responsibilities. I'm still talking. All this talk all these years about being a good man and not like the others and be all you can be, I mean, you're just gonna throw that out the window.
Can I say something?
You are just making me so mad right now, like heated, like I'm seriously like just mad.
Okay, our next guest is a young lady who you just saw there. She's been in the industry for several years. She's becoming well known. In fact, she just got the word that she received a nomination as Best Actress in the play This Land for the 28th Annual NAACP Theater Awards.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Niketa Calame.
Calame. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having me.
I'm glad you told me how to explain that. Thank you. Thank you. First of all, congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you.
Now, you've been down to the awards before?
Yes, a few years ago, we were up for Best Acting Ensemble for a play called Women of Brewster Place at the Celebration Theater.
Yes.
So I was there many years ago, so I'm coming back this year, so it'll be fun.
We have the same place downtown, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, I know you can. A lot of people come. Ted has, of course, been there several times. A lot of folks are there just having fun and looking at folks. You said, I haven't seen you in years. One of the things I do when I go there, because I'm the narrator at that event, I always carry lots of business cards with me. Take business cards and give out business cards, because you never know who's working. Indeed, make a note. What made you come into this business in the first place?
Well, I started young. My mom tells this story of when I was 5 years old. I was in gymnastics, actually, and there was a guy there to take pictures, and I was giving them nothing. And right when they were about to give up, my mom put a mic in my hand, and then I just came to life. And so she made it her mission to have my dreams realized of being an entertainer.
I saw the video that she took. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yes,
so I started, when I was 5, and then a lot of people in my family are in the industry. So my godfather is Hal Williams, and then my godsister is Ebony Smith, and she was in like all the Lethal Weapon movies and stuff like that. So I've been surrounded by a lot of industry growing up.
Okay. Where are you from originally?
I'm actually from Los Angeles.
Get back!
And my mom's from Los Angeles.
My goodness, to Los Angeles.
So I'm a native, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Now you say you just came back from Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, I was lobbying on the Hill for the American Diabetes Association. It was called Call to Congress. It's an event they have every year. So we were in Kamala Harris' office and Dianne Feinstein's office and some of our local representatives with insulin affordability and, the crazy health care that's going on right now, keeping it
real. Yeah, because I see a lot of actors and actresses get involved in campaigns. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Stay with it.
It was good, yeah.
Right. I wear this pin for a reason. I'm also into those kind of campaigns.
Okay.
Mine is prostate cancer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a double prostate cancer survivor.
Oh, good.
And as you know, it's the #1 killer of African American men. So I'm always trying to sit down with a brother. When you get to 40 years of age, go see the doctor.
Yeah.
And see him every year for the rest of your life.
Yeah, there's a stigma about going to the doctor, so encouraging people to do so.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's called preventive medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know. Oh, I know what it is. He's giving me the finger over there.
Not the finger.
Not the
finger. A finger. That's why some guys go.
Makes you want to go. Interesting. One of the facets of being an actor, as you know, is the big A, the audition.
Oh, yes.
Oh, please tell us about your feelings.
My feelings about the audition. It's a beast within itself. I tell people, especially some of my younger students, it's not enough to just memorize your lines.
Yes.
Looking and finding out a little bit of history about who's the casting director, who's directing it. Yes. For TV and film, looking at a few episodes so you can see the tone and mood of how it is, so you're not going in with this crazy energy that doesn't match the show. And then when you get down to your actual character, looking the part, and like I just did a piece, Timeless, on NBC, and I knew that Timeless was a period piece, like they went back and forth in time. So the first question I asked my agent is, what time period is this going to be? So I researched, got some 40s looking stuff, and had a little draw on my voice for the audition, and I booked that one. So it pays to do more than just learn your lines.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And you have been educated. I looked at your resume. Impressive education that you get. Tell our folks what you got.
Yes, so I got my master's in fine arts at the Actors Studio Drama School. Yes. They have a show called Inside the Actor Studio. That's my school with James Lipton. So that was our Monday nights, sitting inside the Actor Studio, learning from the greats that come in and talk to us.
Yes. I know your family is proud of you when you get that piece of paper. I have a daughter. One of my daughters is in Yale right now, law school. I got another one that just came out of Berkeley. I keep telling people, go to school, get that education, get that piece of paper. When you walk across that stage and you do one of them things, one of them things, it really makes you proud for what you did.
And just the relationships that you gain.
Yes.
I know some people who are not in the industry were like, why are you going to grad school? Why are you going to just get out there and act? And I don't know, school and education has been big in my family, so it was never even an option of not going to college. But being in New York, and I
I would do it all over again.
Oh, amen. Do it again, please. PhD, Powell High and Deeper. Have you thought about that?
I was looking at PhD programs, but the only acting-oriented stuff I saw was in dance.
I see.
So, I don't know.
Dr. Calame. Sounds good to me. Take it on. Go get it.
Possibly.
1993,
Yes.
you got your first IMDb actor credit with a film called CB4, the movie.
Yes.
Can you tell us about it, please?
So I actually auditioned for a different role, which one of the characters had like 7 sisters or something, but I looked so much like the people who they had hired to be Chris Rock's parents that they wrote that role in for me to be his little sister.
Yes.
So yeah, I did that, and it was a funny story. We went to the premiere with my mom, and she was like, "Oh, it's like this super R-rated movie," and she invited all the deacons and all the stuff from church. And we went to the premiere. She's like, "Oh, I gotta uninvite people. This is crazy." But yeah, that got me my SAG card.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
back in '93. Yeah.
1993.
Yeah.
Now, the following year, you got a choice role in what became one of the best movies of all time.
Yes.
The animated adventure, The Lion King. Please, I know that was fun. That was fun.
Yeah. So I got an audition.
There's that word again.
Yeah, I got an audition at '93, and and it was called The King of the Jungle at the time. And then I got a call back a year later for The Lion King, so different name change. I didn't even know what it was. It wasn't really until the premiere that I realized the magnitude of what I had just accomplished or done. I was 12 years old when we recorded, and I was 14 when it came out.
Wow.
So yeah, my first like huge red carpet, I was 14 tugging along with my mom. But yeah, it was a great experience and happy to be a part of the Disney family.
Remember one of the participants, a gentleman by the name of Robert Guillaume. Do you remember him?
Yes.
He's gone now, but
yes, I got to meet him in 2015 when they brought it back out. Because you know we're in studios by ourselves, so we don't really get to meet everybody. I only worked with Jonathan Taylor Thomas, who did the voice for Simba, and then James Earl Jones was like leaving his session when I was coming, so I was like, "Hi, gotta go." So I am glad that I got to meet Robert Guillaume before he passed away.
Isn't that a lifestyle that you would love to be in, being an actress? Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Is this a good time to be an actor or an actress right now?
I think any time is a good time to do what you want to do and to follow your dreams. I think because I have type 1 diabetes, which is a life-threatening condition, I feel like I've always been in the vein of do whatever I want to do right now. Now versus later, yeah.
Indeed. Now, as you said, the film went on high def, and they re-released it again?
Yeah, they re-released it in 2015. It was in 3D.
Okay.
So yeah, that was at the El Capitan again, same as the '94 premiere.
Oh, yes.
But we had all grown up now.
Yes, Jimmy Kimmel's there now.
So it's full circle. Now people were bringing their kids,
bring their kids
versus when we were kids when it came out. So yeah, that was good. That was a good experience.
Good. We have a video that we want to show. I always like to look for good videos. This one shows you in behind the scenes working with one of the producers, Don Hine.
Yes.
Tony, can you roll that, please?
Sorry. Originally it was King of the Jungle, and it was hard to get anybody to work on it, believe it or not. It seems so logical now that, of course, Lion King would be a big hit, but it wasn't. It was really all about kind of this dusty National Geographic nature movie. And I think is that what you recall, like when you first worked on it?
Yeah, when I went on the audition, it was King of the Jungle, and then I got a call back a year later, and it was called The Lion King, and I was like, call back? I don't remember. Lion King. And then I still, I was just like, okay, another job. And then I went on set, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm here for Lion King. And everyone's like, oh, park here. And I was like, what is going on? And then I went in the studio. James Earl Jones was leaving his session when I was coming to mine, but I didn't want to be late, so I wanted to talk to him, but I had to go and be on time. And then when I saw the premiere, I was like, oh, hey.
That's what we were up
to.
It's
a big deal.
It was fun.
Sandy, hey, that's great. 14 years on that picture. You were 14 in that picture?
No, that was when it came back out in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was 35.
Excellent. What's it like doing animation? I mean, and I'll have a controversy when you get finished.
Okay. So unlike, say, The Simpsons, where it's more like a play atmosphere, where they're actually all in the room together.
Yes.
For Lion King film, we were all separate.
Okay.
The the directors would come in and kind of set up what the scene was. Okay. So unlike what people might think, we're not like looking at the film and speaking like ADR or something like that. Yeah. They set up what the scene is about, and then we take each line and say it 3 different ways until they got what they want, and then we move on to the next line, and then move on to the closure of that scene. Right. And so we worked that way for my whole part of the movie.
Gotcha.
So it took about maybe 2-3 weeks to do, with a few pickups like here and there before it came out.
I can see you now in the studio.
Yeah.
You got a little piece of tablet right, a stool right there, and you get the paper and you're talking. Take 1, take 2, take 3.
And they film you,
and
so
film you, right.
The animators are getting facial features and reactions too. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a little controversy.
Oh.
Actors, when it comes to this voiceovers, these kind of animated movies, actors versus BO people. There are people who specialize in voiceovers.
Right.
But there are also a lot of actors who get that kind of work. And us voiceover people, we pissed at it.
But you're an actor as well.
No, I'm not an actor.
No, not at all?
No, never.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't tell people that. I don't. I might act like one. But no, I'm around a lot of actors. I guess it kind of rubs off. But no, I do voiceovers. I do stuff like that. But because I'm a broadcaster. Originally, radio was my thing. But no, I see that. Take a guy like James Earl Jones. That's a voice.
Yes.
That's a gift from God.
That's why they put him in this new one that's coming out in July. You can't really replace that.
He's a blessed man. Every time I hear that voice, this is the CNN.
And to know that he had a stuttering problem.
Yes, please say that again, please.
Yeah, he had a stuttering problem. Yes. So for him to be so recognizable for his voice, I think is a great thing.
Amazing. It was all up here. And he worked it out. It's amazing how you can overcome anything that happens to you. Amazing. Niketa, what kind of roles do you look for?
What kind of roles do I look for? I like a flair of drama, but I do comedy as well. Sometimes I can be funny on accident. But I gotta laugh. I wasn't expecting that. I do like drama. I love period pieces. Okay. I really have fun with those. And after that, then it's just if the script is speaking to me, and then if it's a director that I want to work with.
Yes. Because if you're doing period pieces and you have to have the nice dresses on, you'll run into a lady by the name of Ruth Carter. Does that name sound familiar? She won an Academy Award this year. First time in years.
Oh, yes.
Long overdue.
Yeah.
And I'd love to get her to come on the show. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Black Panther. I'd love to have her on the show.
Yeah.
To sit down and talk about all the work that she's done, all the, getting those costumes together, with ideas that she's had. A marvelous lady, Ruth Carter. I see you've also done some producer work as well.
Yes. So I'm co-founder of 412 Studios, and we predominantly work on documentaries for impact-based either companies or individuals making a difference in their community. So right now we're working on our first feature film because we've just been doing shorts. So yeah, that's interesting being on the backside of things. When you're an actor, you come, do your part, and then you leave, and then there's all these people who are still there. Yeah. So now I'm one of those people who are still there when I can rap people, and I'm like, oh, I still got lots of work to do. But it's fun.
412 Studios?
Yes.
Okay. And you do docs?
Docs.
I love documentaries.
Yeah. Me too.
One of my dear friends, Tanya Kersey, she has, whenever she can, and we'll have her as a guest here, she does the Hollywood Black Film Festival.
Oh, yes,
And they always ask, I always volunteer, can I have the doc category, please? Because it's a lot of fun in those documentaries, because a lot of people will do feature films and call it a documentary. And I tell them, I say, you ain't getting not here. But one of the things we do, and maybe you guys might do this, I always ask them to go down to the Hollywood go to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. I knew I'd get it. Let them give you their guidelines on how to do a documentary and use that.
Yeah.
It'll help you not only to have a quality piece of work, but also you can qualify for an Academy Award.
I see that category now.
Oh yeah. You see what that's all about. You think it's too early in your career to think about being a director, maybe?
Well, I have directed In the Heights. Okay. I've directed stage at UC Santa Cruz. Yes. I think it was a year ago now.
Yes.
So I've directed theater. I would love to direct some film one day. I know black doesn't crack, but I am 38 years old. So I've been 38? I've been in the business for a while. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I'm not going to. As you know, there's a shortage of female directors, particularly minorities. Your thoughts?
Well, I think with all all the movements that are coming up nowadays, I think the conversation at least is being had in a lot of those boardrooms and rooms of people making decisions. So I think now they kind of have to do it, even if they don't want to do, because it's just changing and it's time. Like they say, the time is now. So I think we're going to see a shift happening in the next couple of years in that direction.
I can't understand. I mean, I realize there's a lot of ego in the business. And what is it, that guys can't stand a woman telling them what to do?
Well, I mean,
Action.
I used to say at the end of the day, Barack Obama was still a man. So it's like, I don't know if we're ready for female yet with the history of this place, but we shall. Yeah, I'm all for her.
Okay. Go for it. Go for it. Doing stage work.
Yes.
We have a lot of guests that come on, and you always hear inadvertently, they will say, I don't do stage work. Not me. Not moi. I don't get up on that stage. Your thoughts about that?
Well, I'm a little biased because I come from stage, so I'm a theater lover. I love the process. I love the rehearsals. I love especially working on original pieces where you're finding out the character for the first time and it hasn't been out yet. The immediate conversation with the audience, especially when you have talkbacks and things like that, you get to expose what's going on in the world and have immediate dialogue about it. I don't know. I think it's its own special thing. There's nothing really like it. So I would say I love stage, and I will never stop doing stage, even with my TV and film career.
Remember, I told you two people that do stage. One of them is that young man sitting next to you, Ted Lange.
Yes.
Don B. Welsh.
Yes.
Another guy.
Yes,
We've had Don on the show. Yes, these are the guys, and there are others, but these are the guys that come that I know very, very much.
It's like boot camp.
Yes, and that's exactly what they teach you. Left, right, and reading the basic lines. They just take you through it. They're using their experiences to help you out. Is your career, in your opinion, moving at the speed and direction that satisfies you?
Well, I always tell my young students, when people say, oh, I'm moving to LA, I'm going to give it a year, I was like, oh, they're not serious. Because I think you have to have patience, and I think you have to think of it as a longevity thing. Yes. So each year is something new. So I just take it year after year, and there's highs and lows throughout. Yes. Even when you have a star on the Walk of Fame, there's ups and downs. That's just the nature of this career.
Great attitude, Ted. Great attitude.
And she's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yeah, definitely.
So it has to be something you love.
Yes,
I'll say that much.
Amen. 38, huh? You don't look it. When you walked in the door, I said, about 27.
That's my commercial age range.
Like
27, 30, yeah.
All right. Well, all we want to do is, first of all, give you, in the future, best wishes. Can I have your right hand, please? Best wishes in the future. This is my little trademark. Give people a silver dollar for good luck.
Thank you.
I hope it'll do good luck for you, and I hope I'll see you at the Theater Awards.
Yes, and I'm going to that thing tonight, too.
Oh, what thing tonight?
The reading.
Oh, you're going to reading?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Forgot my own commercial.
When you said it, I was like, oh, I'm going to that.
Well, thank you very, very much.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, I forgot one thing. Ted, ready?
Yeah.
What?
Sometime.
Oh, yes. Very good.
For the ladies.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That was good. For the ladies, we always try to bring a couple of roses for the ladies.
That is
Thank you
lovely.
so much. We need to get you back again.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd love to come back.
Thank you so much for making it here. Thank you.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the 50th NAACP Image Awards and dinner happened this past weekend. So we sent our correspondent, Sydney Chandler, out there to talk to a few celebrities.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank Ron Brewington for allowing me to step in for his place.
I just finished my cookbook, which is nominated. I'm working on a couple of projects. I hope to be back on television.
It's a project every night that we get on the air and work with the best people, the best resources, and try to be ahead of the game every night.
My documentary, Making the Five Heartbeats, is nominated, and so I'm just, and it's 50 years of the NAACP.
This is my first, and let me tell you, my colleagues and I are very excited to be here. We're nominated for 2 book awards. We're looking forward to seeing the show.
So what do you have going on?
I'm so excited. My book is nominated for memoir, literary work. I'm alongside so many amazing people. Michelle Obama.
Actor in the film Traffic that's nominated tonight for Independent Film of the Year.
I'm blessed to be here tonight. My grandmother signed me up to become a lifetime member of the NAACP when I was 16 years old.
Oh, wow. I love it. Love it.
It happens to be my 13th nomination, and it is for NCIS Award, which is lovely. And I have to wait a little while before I talk about Avatar, but 2 and 3 are on their way.
Towns, Vice Chair of the National Board of the NAACP. Hi, we're here with Lyric Ross from This Is Us. How are
Okay,
you?
special thanks to our sponsors, Harvey Brandman, Photography is an Art, Ron Irwin's 5150 The Book, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, and State Farm agent Carla Green. And much, much thanks to our guests, actor, producer, writer-director Ted Lange, and actress Niketa Calame. And to our ever-growing audience, we thank you very, very much, and we'll see you next time.